I think we're gonna put that on here. I'm just kidding. That's for something completely different. So, we've been trying to figure out what to do with the seats in the Roadmaster. I wanted to buy some kind of racing bucket, but chose not to. So, what I ended up getting was this fantastic, what I can only explain as probably late 70s. I don't know. I actually don't know when this is from or what it's out of or anything like that. So, it is alright. We're going to cover them, so the blue is not going to stay, but yeah, we got them for, I got a set for $15, bird poop and all. So what we're going to do, and actually this is closer than I thought it was going to be, but what we're going to do is we're going to take the power what we call it, portion of the seats, because that's power seats in the Roadmaster. We're going to take that out of the old seats and we're going to attach it to this. So I've already got, I'm going to move this for a second. Already got this portion out, unbolted, and I'm going to start cleaning them up because they are fairly dirty. And I'm going to get rid of this rust here and here, and I think there's some there and right there, and on the other side probably over here. I'm going to paint. You know, I like to paint, so I'm going to paint all of it, and you know, then we're going to take that and we're going to put it on here, and yeah, you know, we've already tried mocking them up, and I had these on there, I had these on the seat over here. I've already started kind of messing around with how I'm going to keep them up because that side's higher than the other, so I got these, they're just threaded rod that goes into here, and then we put it all together. This all then is 1/2 inch too wide to be able to get these cables back and forth. I'm going to take and mount them in the car, and then I'm going to take these angle iron pieces. I'm going to take these angle iron pieces and I'm going to run them. I'm going to run them like this across there. Should work. Yep, covers the hole nicely. Drill some holes. So I'll drill some holes in here so that I can bolt these to the brackets. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to figure out where the bolt holes for the seat needs to go. Luckily the seat bolts are in line, you know, width-wise, the long way with the holes here. So we got lucky there, but we're gonna have to move the seat about, because I had them on there, and then I had the brackets on, then I had the brackets in the car in their spot, and it was about 1 inch, maybe more, kind of to the inside of the car. So if you were going to be driving, it would be, you know, like this the whole time. So I'm going to try and line them up so that they're, you know, back over here. Putting the seat closer to the door. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Anyway, I gotta get that one bolt out, as you can see right here. So I don't know whether you can see that or not. I have to get this one bolt out, and and clean it up. And then we're going to start mounting this all together into the car. As of right now, we're just going to kind of do a mock-up. I don't think I'm going to totally clean this. I'm just going to get them a little less dirt and rust on them for right now. And then after we get it mocked up, we get these pieces drilled and holes put in them. And we're going to work on the bottom of the seat because there's rust on that. And we're going to work on this. We're going to get the rust off of that. We're going to start doing the other seat as well. And then we're going to take all of these pieces and we're going to paint them so that they don't rust anymore. And yeah, so we're going to have a little bit of work. I know I haven't shared a video in, I think it's a little over a month or something like that. It's like 35 days or 33 days. But we've been kind of just enjoying ourselves. We had our 26th wedding anniversary just this last weekend, and we ended up going up to Minnesota's Street Machine Nationals in Minneapolis, or at the Minnesota State Fairgrounds. And so yeah, we went up there, had a good time, met Newgarden and Cotton, said thank you, walked away, watched a bunch of stuff, saw some cool cars. We may share some video of that, I don't know, probably not. But yeah, I'm gonna get to this, and yeah, we'll check back in when we get a little bit further. How about that? All right, well, here we are. We've got the frames in, and or not the frames, the brackets in, the seat brackets. Got the seat laying here. I'm gonna show you how far off it is, kind of here and with the steering wheel. So you can see I've got that side in, this side is not. It's pretty far off actually. You can see that. So, okay, so that's kind of center of the steering wheel. You can see how it's all shoved that way. The center of this, the seat is, let me see, 1, 2, 4, 5, so it's right in the middle of this one. Center of the steering wheel here, so yet an inch this way. So it's got to come this way, another inch. So I'm just gonna keep working on it here and get those seats to, or the seat and the steering wheel to kind of line up. I'm going to put these braces in. I'm actually going to screw them full length at first to see if I can get them to do that. And then if I can't, I'll cut them. But I got 24 inches each side to play with. Well, good afternoon. I am back out here in the garage actually. It's a little bit of a mess in here. We got to get it cleaned up yet. 2 of us working in here is a lot. Anyway, what am I doing? I'm trying to finish up those mounts from last night. Kind of ran into a little issue. I didn't have very good drill bits, so I went and got some today, and hopefully this will work better. So yeah, let's see where we're at. So I've cut it down to 24 inches or thereabouts. I've got 1 hole in so far. Plan to put another one in. What if it's on the other side? Hold on. Right there. One there, and check the bolt. The bolt slides in there nicely. It's nice and tight, so it won't be moving around. Bolt, you know. So we're gonna try and do that one. This hole Move a little bit further this way, just a tiny bit. So I'm gonna kind of move this one over that way just a little bit too. I've obviously put this in the wrong place. All right. I'm gonna go test fit this piece. Come along with me, and then I think I'm gonna just kind of check it out if I can't like transpose these points onto the other piece so that I don't have to do this twice or draw it out twice. Actually, it doesn't matter either way. I'm gonna see how it works here, and we'll see it from there. So it looks pretty spot on here. Their holes are right, you know, like matching up pretty well. I'm gonna get some bolts and some nuts on it, and then we will start with the front one, I think. Yeah, all right. All right, there we go. 1, 2 bolts in it. Time to get the other piece out here and mark the holes and get it drilled. I don't even know if any of that was recording. So I got the bolts in, or both pieces are on. So now I'm going to start drilling holes for the seats. I'm going to go 1.5 inches off of this bolt over to drill the first hole, and then here, and then from there I'm going to go, I think it's 15 and whatever the 16th is, over 1/4 to this bolt here to drill a hole. And then, yeah, that's what we're doing. Hopefully that'll all work out, and we'll just be doing this one time. Otherwise there'll be multiple holes, and whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, I kind of just eyeballed it. I don't know if I could have got any closer. Lucked out with that one. So I'm gonna make those other holes and then see if we can properly fit this in there. All right, so we are back out here again and just kind of trying to finish the seats up. Gonna do a little bit of trimming here. You can see the line I've drawn. I got one on the back as well that I'm gonna be trimming, but other than that, I mean, like, all the things that the electric seats would do, these things do. So I am gonna move over to the other side and yeah, start tearing that one out of here and taking it off the seat frame and getting it all back in, and then we'll tear them both back out and paint the pieces and make them look pretty, I guess, prettier than they are at least now. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm gonna get back to it here. Well, we are back out here. I'm going to do some other work today, but I got the seats in. I have to do some cleaning up of rust and some painting yet. But I got to get a battery in the car and we'll show you how it's working. Yeah, so we got them in. I still got to do a little bit of stuff to them. Clean up, you know, they were sitting for a while. You can see that right there. See all that dirt? So the other side I've kind of got clean because it wasn't working right. So I cleaned them up. So yeah, then this one goes up and up and forward. So yeah, fully functional. We're going to start pulling them out so that I can kind of paint. I mean, if you look here, this is all rusty. Right? And then all this stuff is kind of the same. I don't know if we can see that. Let me see. I'll show you when we get out of the car, but it's kind of rusty too. So I'm just going to kind of paint it black and hope that it hides it a little bit. That's about the best I can do right now. Yeah, that's what we're doing. The other side works too. Yeah, when we get anything else, I mean, like the next thing that'll happen is I want to move this back to here somewhere, maybe on this flat spot, or maybe right in there. I don't know, like it'll come back a little bit here. So like somewhere in here. Yeah, and there obviously will be a hole here, but there's not much I can do about that now. You know. But yeah, this one works. Push the button. They're a little taller than I would have liked. When I sit in the car, then they're with the helmet on, like there's like this much room between my head and the ceiling, or the helmet and the ceiling. So that would have been better. But yeah, it's still gonna be okay. It'll all work. I didn't quite move this seat over as far as I moved the other one, which is fine. It doesn't seem to fit quite the same between both sides. There's actually more room to move it over there. The way the floor was shaped, it was really weird. So we don't know what we're going to do for center console yet. I'm going to take some measurements. The other part of this project, I guess, is we're going to take those Roadmaster seats and we're going to try and combine them with the seats in the Silverado 1 ton and get some decent seats in there, at least seats that aren't all ripped apart. And eventually we'll put something else in there, but for right now that's just going to kind of be what we do, just you know, recycle what we've got, I guess. Not really for the point of recycling, but that's what we're doing. Yeah, and so we may use that centerpiece if we can in here, try and fit it in here. It's got cup holders and stuff, and then we'd be able to put something on top of it to use as an armrest, you know. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So I will catch up with you next time. I don't know when this video is going to come out, probably about a week. But yeah, I'll show you what's going on. Oh, you know what? The other thing we've been doing? So this is the last set of rims I have to paint, and I'm putting clear coat on them right now. It was suggested to me just so that they didn't chip so bad. Because, you know, and they were pretty bad paint on there anyway. They were just kind of some kind of gray primer that had like a clear coat over them too. But they were super soft. And I just kind of didn't want to keep going with them like that. So yeah, that's what we did. Painted them that. I'm sure we'll show that better in another video. There's kind of more to that going on. So anyway, we will catch you next time, and thanks for watching. And if you ever see me down the road, give me a wave and a honk or something like that. Maybe stop and talk to me. Show me your junk and I'll show you mine. How about that? Talk to you later.